The Donegal Club Championships continue this afternoon, and we've got another Inishowen derby teed up at intermediate level. This has been a highly entertaining and very competitive intermediate championship this year. The hosts here this afternoon are Buncrana, and they're looking to build on their first win from last week. But they're taking on difficult opposition from down the road as they make the short trip here to the Scarvey. It's Naomh Padraig Muff, last year's Donegal Junior champions and beaten All-Ireland finalists. It's going to be teed up as a cracker. Hopefully we'll get it and you'll not miss a thing on Donegal GATV. Our first match here this afternoon, it's from the Scarvey, and it's Buncrana against Naomh Padraig Muff.
At Michael Murphy Sports and Leisure, we cater for everyone, from top sporting athletes to relaxed casual sporting individuals and everyone in between. We also provide a large range of teamwear services and cater for schools and clubs. Orders can be customised to your specification to suit your individual needs. From clothing to equipment, we've got you covered.
Well, it's a very good afternoon and welcome along to the Scarvey in Buncrana for the latest game in the Michael Murphy Sports and Leisure Donegal Intermediate Championship. It's another Inishowen derby in the competition, which has been highly entertaining and highly competitive. Buncrana are the hosts, and last year's junior champions in the county and beaten All-Ireland finalists Naomh Padraig Muff have made the short trip up the road and are here to take on the hosts today, with both teams of course looking to build on I suppose the recent wins and looking to continue their fight at the top of the standings in the Intermediate Championship. Coming into this game, Buncrana got their first win of the competition. Having lost to Malin, they beat Burt last week, and it came about with a man-of-the-match performance from Keelan McGonigal. As for Naomh Padraig, they beat Bundoran in their opening match. Now, there is a bit of controversy surrounding the result of that game, but they followed it up by drawing with Malin last time out. And indeed, if Naomh Padraig were to win here today, they would move on to 5 points and go top of the standings for a couple of hours anyway, because two of the other sides who are currently sharing top spot, Naomh Columba and Red Hughes, they will be starting their respective games later against Narossa and Milford. On co-commentary here on Donegal GATV in association with streamsport.ie is former Donegal star forward Brendan Devaney. Brendan, we've dipped away from the senior action for today and taken a look at the intermediate football in the county. And listen, by all accounts, over the last number of weekends, and we even seen it last night as well, that the games in intermediate championship here in Donegal, with lots of Inishowen teams involved, it's certainly a very, very, I suppose, tricky competition to navigate for the sides, but for the neutrals, it's making for fantastic viewing and fantastic following.
Yeah, nothing like the derbies. I think they pull out the best in teams and supporters, and just to add, I suppose, that extra bit of excitement to the game. And just looking, I was down at the seaside venue of Ardra. I'm lucky to be in Buncrana here today. Brilliant place to be. But looking back to the likes of Newconnell Ardra the previous week, the way Ardra really lifted their game, and that's what you have in derby matches, and we've had it all across Inishowen. As you say, that opening day defeat that Buncrana had to Malin, they bounced back with that victory over Burt, and as you say, Naomh Padraig drawn with Malin last week, and as you said, they're all going to be in Division 2 next year, because in the league, of course, Malin getting relegated along with Buncrana back to 2, where Naomh Padraig have been the last 2 seasons. So just chatting to some of the Naomh Padraig fans, they've talked about making a quarter final would be big progress, coming in, stepping up the intermediate. Now, whether Daniel McCauley agrees with that or not, but that's what I was chatting to some of the supporters before the game. And of course, both teams coming in the game with a few injuries. Kevin Lynch, now he's back in the squad, Rory Hurl and Kevin Doherty. They've all had injury issues this season. The other two are long term. Lynch is back in the squad today, and Peter McLaughlin and Elliot Freelout for the men from Buncrana.
Okay, so let's run through the starting 15s. We'll begin with the host Buncrana. Adam Harrigan is in goals. Cathal McDevitt, Dara Corey and JP McKenna are the full back line. Andrew Davison, Sean Doherty and Oisin Crawford are at 5, 6 and 7. Then we've got William McLaughlin coming into the middle of the field, joining Keelan McGonigal. On to the 6 forwards. Mick Gallagher is joined by Billy Duffy wearing 17 and Sean McLaughlin in the half forward line. And then we have Ryan Bradley, John Campbell and Dylan Mulholland. That is the Buncrana lineup that will start here in just a few moments' time. As for Naomh Padraig, Dermot O'Kane is the goalkeeper. Michael McCarnes at 2, Keelan Harkin at 3 and Dara McIntyre at a 4. Oisin McIntyre, Cormac Kelly and Jason McCallion make up the half-back line. Ewan Mulligan and Cormac McColgan in the middle of the park. Then we have a change in the half-forward line. Johnny Toy comes in to play centre half-forward. Paddy Hurl and Keelan McColgan are 11 and 12. And then Callum Doyle, Jimmy McCauley and indeed Drew McKinney are the full forward line. We take a minute's silence here at the Scarvey. A minute's silence here at the Scarvey in Buncrana, remembering those who have been impacted by the recent tragedies in the county over the past week. Around the Vine, sung beautifully by 2 young members of Buncrana GAA Club. This is an Inishowen derby, of course, in the Intermediate Championship. Lots of Inishowen sides involved as well, the likes of Burt and Malin, of course. But this is blockbuster stuff today. It's Buncrana against Naomh Padraig Muff. It's going to be helter-skelter from the start. And as the players go and take their positions, both of these teams will be looking to get an edge in this one really, really early on, Brendan.
Yeah, listen, this is a pivotal game now. We're game 3, and you could put yourself in the driving seat for qualifying for that quarter final. That's what everybody's after. As you said, local black and whites, everything's at stake. But number one, it's a championship game. Both teams really want to win. I suppose the onus is on the home team, to go back and attack this game. And we have, of course, Keelan McGonigal in there in their midfield. He's going to be one of the pivotal men for Buncrana. Yeah, so referee today's James Connors just taking a look around to see that everybody is good to go, and we're about to get up and running. We're just waiting on a ball to come to the middle of the field, and we will get things up and running. Keelan McGonigal, the county star man, of course, for Buncrana, and he's lining up alongside Cormac McColgan as the ball will be put into play by James Connors. Of course, Keelan McColgan is the county star for the Ishkaheen parish as they go into the club championship. The ball's in the air, and we have started here, and McGonigal
wins the first of the challenges on a free as well. Tap and go, and the big man's going to power up the middle, just shrugging off a couple of challenges. Lays it out to young Billy Duffy now, who's going to come back infield across that 45. The wing back is Andrew Davison, and the first attack here is going to be set up by the host. The centre half back today for Buncrana is Sean Doherty. He's got a runner ahead of him. Lays it off to JP McKenna. Back it comes again to Doherty. And now looking to pull the strings is Oisín Crawford. The veteran, William McLaughlin, with 35 on his back. Starting in the middle of the park today, taking the place of Peter McLaughlin, who's been injured this season. Buncrana now looking to work it along the edge of the arc with Ryan Bradley, of course, the All-Ireland runner from 2012 with Donegal. Donegal again lays it out to the left-hand side as Buncrana look to create an attack here. Stepping inside the arc. Comes to Crawford. Crawford's going to pop that one forward. And it's the wing forward who has a go here. But that one has gone out to the right and wide. And it was Sean McLaughlin with that effort. So we've got our first wide of the game. We're still waiting on the first score, as we see the first of the kickouts now to come from the Naomh Padraig goalkeeper, Jeremy McKean.
Yeah, you see Naomh Padraig dropping into that shape, and we see it a lot, that zone defending, looking to have two sweepers inside, but as we see a lot, a wee pop pass inside, and players are off, and defenders are on the back foot. That should have been opening score for Buncrana.
The kick out now from the Naomh Padraig goalkeeper goes over the top of everybody. The chase is on. Paddy Hurl is the man that's looking to keep it in play, but it's not a case. It's going to be a sideline ball here to Buncrana, which will be taken by Keelan McGonigal. As Buncrana look to create yet another attack here at the Scarvey. We're approaching the second minute on the clock. Still no scores to report. The only thing we have for you is a wide from Buncrana. The big fullback for them is Dara Corey. Laying it out to the left-hand side. And now the home side are looking to work it up the middle of the park once again. Crawford lays that one back under the path of Andrew Davison. But they can't keep control of the ball. There's a bit of scrap on for it now. Buncrana do well to come away with it. And it's Crawford once again. He lays that one back to McGonigal. John Campbell, the big full forward, is out helping around the edge of the 45. And William McLaughlin's looking to pull the strings once again for the home side. Just pops that one off to the corner forward, who is Dylan Mulholland. McLaughlin sends one in, and McLaughlin sends that one over the bar. And that's a good score by Buncrana, and a good score by the veteran man leading the way. And it's Buncrana who hit the front here. Brendan.
Yeah, great score from Crawford here, outside of the boot. Difficult technique to kick on. He must have just crossed inside the arc, but that all come back to Crawford. Oisín Crawford won in a 60-40 ball. Oisín had no right. It was a bad pass. It got turned over. Naomh Padraig should have got possession. They didn't. The ball was recycled across. And a great score. Yeah,
and Buncrana here are looking to move the ball forward once again. Duffy again's looking for McLaughlin. There's too much on it, and it's going to be a free out here to Naomh Padraig Muff, who really haven't got out of the blocks in these opening number of minutes. It's been all Buncrana who are leading by a single score to no score. With the free now, back into play it goes. Cormac McColgan has it. On the edge of his own D, two Buncrana men on his tail. He's chipped forward and he's given it straight to John Campbell. Ryan Bradley has it now, linking back up with Campbell again, and Buncrana are looking to punish them. It's going to drop short. Out comes the Naomh Padraig goalkeeper as they look to get it away to safety. Up the line to Hurl from Michael McCarron. Hurl now going to send it in to the middle once again, where there is Mullen. Mullen's ball goes forward looking for Toy. Toy goes to ground. He's back on his feet despite the presence of a couple of Buncrana players. Mullen once again. Now he's popped that out to Keelan McColgan, who's looking for the first two-pointer of the game, and he's got it as well. He's literally just touched the ball, Keelan McColgan, and the county star for the Naomh Padraig men has put them in front here by 2 points to 1. What a score, Brendan.
Yeah, listen, you were going to ask him twice to shoot there, McColgan. What a point, what a two-pointer, Russian. Have you looked at the power there coming out? That was exuded by the centre half back Johnny Toy there. He had that strength. Buncrana looked at a bit of a physical edge over Naomh Padraig around the pitch there, but that time Toy held off 2 or 3 tackles, was put in. Brilliant score from McColgan.
So 2-1 now to Naomh Padraig. Keelan McGonagall's looking to bust through the defence of Naomh Padraig. Ryan Bradley on the left foot, drops one over the bar, and that's the perfect response from the host.
Yeah, great score from Bradley there. I was just saying the way, the danger that McColgan has, because I think most Buncrana players thought they got it. He's going to attempt his first run of the game, but he was saying that isn't the case. I'm going to bang this over the bar. A brilliant score, but as you said, there's been a lot of Buncrana squeezing up on Naomh Padraig. They're pushing in on top of them, and they're using that physical advantage to create opportunities.
The kick coming from the Naomh Padraig goalkeeper once again. Goes towards the middle. McKinney goes up for it, but it's Mullen that it comes away with it. Cormac Kelly actually has it for Muff now. They're going to spread it out to the right-hand channel. Then off to Ewan Mullen. Mullen again has support there. Back to the 6 now. Cormac Kelly that's looking to pull the strings here. Out to the left-hand side. Cormac McColgan now. McColgan just looking to see what the movement's like. Been very, very patient here. And dictating the pace here, going at his own pace. There it goes to Cormac Kelly once again. And now Drew McKinney. And the Naomh Padraig men being very, very patient and in control of the ball at the moment. This is Oisin McIntyre. Back to Cormac Kelly. And now here comes the run from Keelan McColgan. But he runs into his county mate, Keelan McGonigal. The ball spills. Now it's Johnny Toy. And the referee, James Connor, is going to give a free here to Buncrana, just outside their own 45. So Buncrana have the ball back. And the free is going to be taken there by Mick Gallagher. So now the home side can look to once again work it up the field and trying to create something. It's a 2-2 game here. William McLaughlin and Ryan Bradley with the points for Buncrana. Keelan McColgan with a 2-pointer for Naomh Padraig. This is William McLaughlin now. Laying it back to Sean McLaughlin. Sean now to William. William's looking up. Keelan McGonagall's given the instruction to send it in. It's going to go well out to the left. And the chase is on. Sean Doherty keeps it in play. To Dylan Mulholland. Back it goes to McGonigal, and now the cornerback is JP McKenna. So here comes Buncrana once again, just moving it across that 45. John Campbell pops it forward into Mulholland once again, coming along the edge of the arc. This is Campbell. Is he going to have a go here, John Campbell? But he's closed out. Needs to give it back to Mulholland. Mulholland's now looking up to see what it's like up top. Instead, he just lays it off to McGonigal, who's going to send one in, but it's not a good kick from McGonigal. It goes straight to McColgan, and Naomh Padraig have it back. Almost 8 minutes on the clock here, but McColgan's stripped of the ball and he's fouled at the same time. He's looking to get on with it quickly. McColgan. And it's going to be a free to Naomh Padraig, and it's going to be brought forward as well because they didn't give the ball back, and Johnny Toy is going to take this one. It's going to be positioned just off the 45 now down the right-hand channel. And in this opening half, the Naomh Padraig men are playing into the mill end of the ground, and they're assisted by whatever breeze is blowing up the pitch from the clubhouse side of the Scarvey. Johnny Toy looking for his opening score of the game. And it's a brave bit out for Toy. But he's well capable of kicking from this distance and looking to register what will be a second score for Naomh Padraig. They do, of course, have the 2-pointer from McColgan. Here comes Johnny Toy, sizing it up. Just taking a couple of steps. Toy kicks it high, but that one is going to pull out to the right and wide. And that would be a wide for Naomh Padraig. It's the first of the game. It stays at a 2-2 fixture here, Brendan Devaney.
Yeah, it was worth a go, Oisin, but just previous to that, Keelan McGonigal sizing up a 2-pointer. And the difference in the two defensive shapes early on in this match is that Naomh Padraig are sitting very deep. They're inviting Buncrana onto them and they're looking to hit them on the zonal. But if Buncrana get half a yard, the shot is on. Buncrana are backing themselves. They're engaging much further out the pitch and they're having a go at the Naomh Padraig attack before it can get built up. So it's a dangerous game early on, but the scoreboard still reads 2-2. Yeah,
we welcome along our listeners to Highland Radio Sunday Sport as well from the Scarvey for this fixture. And it's been tentative enough from both sides in these opening 9.5 minutes. Here's Toy once again. Back it comes to McIntyre now. And the cornerback, Michael McCarran's lots of space down this left-hand side just in front of the Buncrana dugout. But again, he has to wait for support. Comes to Cormac Kelly. Lining up now is Ewan Mullen. Out to the right-hand channel, where it's picked up there by the wing-back, McIntyre. McIntyre just on the edge of the arc, looking to go through a couple of challenges, but the direction of the return pass, well, just dropped into the hands of William McLaughlin, and now Buncrana are looking to commit numbers forward and try and punish Naomh Padraig. Good delivery, and out comes Mulholland ahead off the cornerback. Mulholland's having a go here, but it's going to come across the face off the post, and it's going to stay and play, and the cornerback JP McKenna does well. Back into Mulholland. Mulholland running into traffic, goes to ground, has to release the ball, and the Naomh Padraig men are able to pick up possession once again, but they're not having it their own way. Now James Connors goes for a free, and it's going to be a free out to Naomh Padraig.
Yeah, good tackling was Keelan McColgan there. Just used his body, got in the way of the Buncrana man coming across. He was off balance, and he got hit by that tackle. He wasn't able to get up and get on with the game. But you're just seeing again, listen, there's that wee bit more bite in a lot of Buncrana tackling, a wee bit of a physical edge to them out here. And Naomh Padraig looking to get 2 or 3 players around Buncrana men to get their possession.
Yeah, here comes Killian Doyle, chance of a goal. As Roy just put too much weight on the ball, it came away from him. Out came the Buncrana goalkeeper, and the Naomh Padraig bench are calling here for a penalty below us, but it lost control of the ball at that stage. Out came the keeper. James Connor is going to let the 45 be taken here now, so Naomh Padraig will have an opportunity here to try and get a score out of that attack. But listen, at the last second, it seemed to be that Killian Doyle just put too much weight in the foot and the ball went away from him. Maybe if the ball was a wee bit closer to him, they might have had a case for a penalty, Brendan, but how did you see it?
Yeah, the ball definitely run away from him. When you get into that position, I think, the heart rate really starts to go up. You're trying to get on. You realise you could have a 3-pointer in there, and that would have been a massive score for Naomh Padraig. And he just overplayed the ball. Once it's loose like that, it's a 50-50 tackle between him and the goalkeeper, and it spun out for a 45. And still an opportunity for a score.
Yeah, so now we're watching Dermot McKeon, who's going to take this 45. Just slightly off to the left, off the left upright, kicking into the middle end of the ground. Here comes McKeon, and he's hit this one. Is it going to just sneak in on the outside upright? No, it goes to the other side. So it's going to be tagged as another wide, a second wide for Naomh Padraig. So on the clock, what do we have? 12 minutes played, and it remains a 2-2 fixture here, Brendan.
Yeah, 2-2. Even though you'd say Buncrana probably have the better of the opportunities, that one brilliant 2-pointer from McColgan is matched up whatever Buncrana have produced so far, but certainly they are looking more dangerous, and they are getting in around the backs and through the channels of Naomh Padraig easier than they are up the other end.
Yeah, we haven't had a score here for 7.5 minutes. That might change now. Oh, there's a save on there from the goalkeeper. The ball breaks away. The keeper has it in his hands. The ref should be blown for a free out here, which he does. But a huge goal opportunity now at the clubhouse end of the ground for the home side. But Mulholland couldn't convert. It took a massive save from the keeper there.
Yeah, and he was backed up by his defence as well. There definitely was a huge attempt at a goal in there. I think it might have been the Jason McCallion got back in there to make the second block as well to help out his goalkeeper. But you say, Buncrana just getting in around the back. They're coming at pace. They're driving through, and they really beat their men 1-on-1. Look at the other end of the pitch now. This is the main man that can take on their defence, McColgan.
Keelan McColgan busting forward, lays it out the left-hand side to Hurl. Hurl's going here for a goal, and that one's saved down as well. But Naomh Padraig trying to get their hands back on it. The chase is on, and listen, it's all action either end, but neither team managing to convert, Brendan.
Yeah, listen, you put your house on McColgan putting that away. You could see what he did, and he was smart there because he drew 3 Buncrana players towards him. He played the 1-2. When he got it back, he could see that right-hand side Lynette was open. He went to place it into that far side Lynette, but the block came in and prevented him. And again, strong tackling by Buncrana. I'd be disappointed they'd given away possession there because I thought they would have turned that over. But both sides wasn't showing signs that they can get in around the back of the house. But definitely that tough running of McColgan's difficult to deal with. He is in form.
So we're going to have another opportunity here for the goalkeeper of Naomh Padraig, Dermot McKeon, to have another pot at a 45. His previous one, which was just a couple of minutes ago, went out to the right and wide. While McKeon is going to have another go here now. Here he comes on the right boots. That one's kicked high. And this one has the accuracy this time. And he's happy about it, so he is. And Naomh Padraig now, they move ahead in this game, so they do. with a fine score from the goalkeeper. It's a 3-2 fixture here to the visitors, Brendan.
Yeah, I always like when a player sizes up the goals. He just drifted the last one slightly that right-hand post, but this time he clipped it inside, and certainly he was confident. He enjoyed that. I don't know, was he celebrating his own fans or telling somebody else to be quiet in the stands, but he enjoyed that score as he raced back in and putting Naomh Padraig into the lead.
So coming to the end of the first quarter here, it's a 3-2 game to Naomh Padraig and now Buncrana. Is there an answer in the home side here? Oisin Crawford is able to ride a couple of challenges. Back to Sean McLaughlin, who's going to lay it off now on the 45. And Buncrana quite happy to slow it down with Andrew Davison as they look to try and poke another hole in this defence. And as Brendan's been saying, they've been going round the back here and getting through the back with ease at times in this tie. Sean McLaughlin again to Oisin Crawford. Crawford's going to go to the centre half-back Sean Doherty. Out ahead of him is the big frame of Caolan McGonigal. McGonigal takes it, gives a shoulder, gets through the challenge, steps in between three players. McColgan's still going, he goes to ground. The advantage has been played. Effort comes in, drops over the bar, and we've got a tied game here. Once again, it's 3 points apiece, and it's Adrian Davison who gets his first score off the game, and we're level once again, Brendan.
Yeah, all Adrian Davison won under 20s in the Buncrana setup. Listen, that's all coming from the power. We just mentioned McColgan, and you have McGonigal at the other side. When they take off like that, you know, when you look at players in the top county players they're so hard to stop, and it was a foul either to Buncrana, but the point was given. Yeah,
not a good kick by the keeper. It's easily dealt with by Mick Gallagher. Here comes Buncrana again looking to punish them. John Campbell just pops it over the top. Sean McLaughlin's going to have a go here, and Sean McLaughlin's effort goes out to the left and wide, and it's another white from Buncrana. They'll be bitterly disappointed with that, Brendan.
Yeah, listen, that was a serious let-off. As in goal kicking, that is the key. You've got to at least give yourself an opportunity to win the ball, but that time the kick out going straight to a Buncrana man, really it was a simple tap over point. That's a big let-off, and just after obviously come up the pitch and had a score for his home team, Jeremy McKean almost gave away a point there for Naomh Padraig.
This time the kick looks better, goes towards the middle, everybody misses it. It's going to go out for a sideline ball, and the linesman down below is indicating that it's going to be a Naomh Padraig ball, which will be taken by Ewan Mullen. Up it goes to Johnny Toy. Toy looking to brush off the challenge of the fullback, which he does, but he's running into traffic. He needs to be careful here. The ball's dropped and stripped off him, and it's back into Buncrana's hands again. William McLaughlin does well, and now Buncrana can work it up the right hand channel. This is Ballyduffy to McGonigal. McGonigal's men now coming off the left shoulder if he wants to use them, and Buncrana midfielder is going to take on Ewan Mullen here and gets past Ewan Mullen. Powerful running, a big stride of McGonigal outside of the right boot, and McGonigal splits the post, and that's his first of the game, so it is. And it's a point which puts the home side back in front here by 4 points to 3. McGonigal showing his class, Brendan. Yeah,
listen, there's not much you can do about it. We just mentioned the two lads, the two county boys here in particular, and their running power. At that time, Keelan looked like he wasn't interested. He sold the ball, decided, I'm going to take this on. And the way, and we see him doing it all the time for Donegal, he's able to ride the challenge as he's playing, soloing or hopping the ball. He did it brilliantly there. Went through 3 Naomh Padraig men and then went outside the boot, put the ball over the bar. And they say, but that physical power he is, it's so hard to stop on the ball, top player.
Going back, McIntyre's going to send it up the channel. That's a good kick, and looking for Caolan McColgan, who turns to the right boot. And Caolan McColgan's got another fine score for the Naomh Padraig side, and it's back to a 4-4 game. That's another one for Caolan McColgan. Another class score as well, Brendan.
It's an absolutely top drawer. Naomh Padraig have turned over the ball here from the kick out, and maybe a goal opportunity.
Yeah, possible goal opportunity. McColgan's going for a score, and it's over the bar, and we get the white flag raised again. And all of a sudden, a 4-3 game in favour of Buncrana swings to a 5-4 fixture to Naomh Padraig.
We can hardly keep up with this McColgan, man. But that last score, that's as good as point you see ever, because he basically caught the ball in a split second, he turned and hit it. That is somebody absolutely full of confidence on their game, and he's going to just show us all his talents today, and he's done that so far. He's really lighting up this encounter.
Buncrana now with possession once again inside their own half. Sean McLaughlin has it on his own 45. And certainly Caolan McColgan is on fire for the men in blue today. Caolan McGonigal. Well, his target was Mick Gallagher, but it's ended up with Oisin Crawford, as he steps into the half of Naomh Padraig, onto that 45, looking to take on Jamie McCauley. McCauley takes him to ground, so it's going to be a free on the 45. Keelan McGonigal is going to go over and take this one. And we'll wait to see if he goes for the big score that would put Buncrana back in front. They trail at the moment here 5-4. We're about to hit 20 minutes. So 10 minutes to go to half time in the Scarvey. And there is, of course, a number of other big intermediate games that are taking place this evening as well. Two of the four sides who are currently joint top, Naomh Columba and Red Hughes, they both have home games today. Naomh Columba are taking on Rossa, and Red Hughes are taking on Milford, both at 4 o'clock. They share in 4 points with Bundoran and Malin. Buncrana are looking to get the 4 points with a win today. Keelan McGonigal has just thumped this one through the post for a first 2-pointer of the game for Buncrana, and now they go 6-4 in front.
Yeah, brilliant score from McGonigal there. There's no end to these men's talents. I didn't know he had 45s in his locker as well. That was a mighty, mighty score from him. And again, dead ball situation, and it's a shootout at the minute between the two county men, McGonigal and McColgan.
That's now 3 points for McGonigal in this game. Keelan McColgan has 4, and it's the county men who are stepping up to the 4 in the scoreboard. 6-5 at the minute here to Buncrana. Back it comes now to Cormac Kelly. The corner forward, the 13 is Doyle. And the corner back is Michael McCarn. Out to the right hand channel where they've had a lot of success here. This one's drilled forward now to Johnny Toy. Toy. Here's Hurl. Hurl just inside the arc looking for a score. And yeah, he's got one of his white flags up, and we're level once again. And the wing forward, Paddy Hurl, gets his first of the day, Brendan.
Yeah, great score from Hurl there. Again, showing inside, I think one in that primary possession, holding off a couple of challenges is the key, because Buncrana have been good at stripping the ball at times in this game. The ball given to Hurl there in the right foot from about 35 yards. Great score from him.
Sean McLaughlin's picked it up now for Buncrana. He's a bit of space up this right hand side. In comes Keelan McColgan with a tackle. He gets the ball away. It's picked up by Crawford. Crawford's been chased down by Cormac McColgan. Crawford thought about having a go there, but he's laid it off to Mulholland. Mulholland now needs a bit of support. The centre half back is Sean Doherty. Back to Dylan Mulholland. Sean McLaughlin. And he's got Keelan McGonigal there, of course, if he wants to use him. McGonigal's kicked 3 of the 6 scores for the home side. And now it's Davison down that left-hand side, stepping inside the arc. Lays it off to Mulholland. Mulholland's going to pop that one forward. Chance of another score here. This is Billy Duffy on this occasion. And Billy Duffy's got one for the home side again. The white flag is raised, and now it becomes a 7-6 game with Duffy getting his first of the tie. Yeah, good score from Duffy there, but again, that comes from the lively Dylan Mulholland. He's popping up all around the pitch. He's dropping the shoulder. He's trying to create that bit of space. And it was his pass inside that led to that score from Billy, putting it over the bar of the left foot from a tight angle. And that's a good score from Buncrana. Aids him ahead. And Buncrana have got the ball back from the kick out. But McGonigal once again looking to pull the strings. It's flicked forward into the hands of Mick Gallagher. William McLaughlin with 35 on his back. The veteran gives it up to Davison once again, who's a lively player. Back it comes to the edge of the arc. Out comes John Campbell ahead of the defence. Campbell lays it off to Mulholland. He stepped on to the right boot here. That one's going to drop over the bar, and a signal is a 1-pointer. And Dylan Mulholland has also got his first of the game as Buncrana aids 2 in front once more. Yeah, that's the man I was just talking about. He's popping up everywhere. He was creating opportunities. He couldn't get the shots away himself, but that time, great composure coming across that left-hand side around. But again, just going back to the depth of the Naomh Padraig defence, they're sitting that bit deep that if an angle or a yard is got at all, the shot is coming in from Buncrana. They're sitting that bit deeper. Buncrana are coming out a lot further out the pitch, putting the tackles in, making that a more difficult prospect. There's something really I think needs to be looked at half time for Daniel McCauley, is how deep their defence is, because they're really inviting a lot of danger in terms of the Buncrana attacks from where they're setting up. And again, Buncrana have won from the kick out, so they have. McLaughlin's picked it up down the left hand side. Sent on there, but out comes the the fullback who does well. Keelan Harkin, who got out ahead of John Campbell. He knew exactly what was coming. Cornerbacks McCarron gives it to Harkin once again. Ewan Mullen bringing it forward. Just pops it under the path of the fullback, who's continued the run upfield. Johnny Toy takes it now on the 45. Toy is able to shrug off the challenge. He's going to run into traffic here and looking to hold on to the ball, looking to get past Keelan McGonigal, who was brilliant in the tackle. The ball stripped out and it's going to be marked as a wide because it came off Johnny Toy. And Keelan McGonigal's all over the field. Good defending from the big midfielder in Buncrana.
Showing his strength there, and that's the thing. Darby's running out of room there. He'd done well, he'd beat 2 or 3, but when it came to Keelan, he knew just to stay big. You know, he's going nowhere. He's in at the end line, and the ball was knocked over. But good defending from Naomh Padraig. He come up the pitch with real pace there. In opening 10 minutes, Buncrana had them penned in, but you know, since then, Naomh Padraig have certainly given their fill of it and very dangerous in the attack.
Yeah, with under 5 to go here in the first half. This Michael Murphy Sports and Leisure Donegal Intermediate Championship clash between the Inishowen rivals of Buncrana and Naomh Padraig Ishkaheen. Keelan McColgan has swung round and fouled just on the edge of the arc, so there's a possible 2-pointer opportunity here for Naomh Padraig to get back level. They're currently trailing the host by 8 points to 6. And we're just waiting to see who will take this effort here for Naomh Padraig, and one of the Buncrana men is just getting a bit of treatment at the moment, Oisin Crawford. So there's a bit of a break in play here. The goalkeeper's back up to take this. Now, we did see him miss a 45, and he was very happy with the conversion of a 45. We'll wait to see now if he's going to be able to convert this and get that 2-pointer, which will level up the game here at the Scarvey as we enter the closing minutes of the opening half.
Just about the worst place you could give away a free in the modern game, right on the edge of the arc.
Dead straight with the middle of the crossbar.
And particularly after the last one that he kicked there, you know, you would actually fancy German to hit this over the bar. And you know, you look at McColgan there when he gets the ball, he's so much energy and pace. You know, he drew in a couple of players and he just takes off again, and there's not a lot you can do, but certainly pulling him back there, I'd give an easy a foul for James Connors to give, because it was a direct pull back. But as I say, you would fancy this to be another 2-pointer.
Yeah, so McCain's going to take this. He's already scored a point today from a 45. And this would level up the game as we enter the closing 3 minutes. Here comes McCain, 2 steps, and that one's going to drop over the bar. Another 2-pointer for Naomh Padraig. It's their second of the tie. It's a first for Keane. And Brendan, we're level once again at 8 points apiece.
Brilliant kicking from McCain. Listen, certainly when he went up to there, he fancied it. He looks like he's a great strike there, because 45s look like something that is easy for him. So just at the edge of the arc, massive kick, pulling this level again.
He's going to one from the kick out again. It's Buncrana, and they've seemed to be doing that all day long. Back across just the edge of the Buncrana half, and it's with Sean Doherty. That's a couple of times now in this game, Brendan, that Buncrana went 2 up and there was an instant response, so there was from Muff to level it up again. So the home side have to go again and see if they can hit the front as we go to the break in this tie. William McLaughlin spreads it out the left-hand side to Sean McLaughlin. He's got a runner over his shoulder. Can't control the ball, Cahill McNutt. And it's going to be a free up the field in favour of Naomh Padraig, which they take quickly. Dara McIntyre now. He's going to give it to Drew McKinney. The corner forward's Killian Doyle. Launches up the field. Guess what? The target is Keelan McColgan, who's out ahead of JP McKenna. McColgan steps inside the arc. He's going to feed it now to Ewan Mullen, who's able to shrug off a challenge. Mullen looking to put it over the bar, which he does, and that's a brilliantly worked score by the Naomh Padraig side. And Ewan Mullen gets his first, but listen, Keelan McColgan was involved again, and a great break up the field from the visitors. Yeah,
Killian Doyle there, what a pass from him. It was a 30-40 yard pass there, straight into the arms of McColgan, and again he drew 2 players to him, and he's been very smart on the ball, because he realises there must be another man free inside, and there was. Popped in the pass, and a simple score for Naomh Padraig again. And just on about the match, and they're sitting now, their defence has got a bit tighter, but on the break they're much more pacey, much more direct.
Buncrana now charging up the middle of the field. Crawford's going to send it out to Billy Duffy. Duffy now lays it back to Mulholland. Mulholland wants a second score here. And Mulholland is able to drop that one over the bar and level up the game once again at 9 points apiece. And a second point for young Dylan Mulholland. And we are into the closing stages here. There's just seconds left of the half hour. Now we're going to be at the discretion of the referee, James Connors.
Yeah, a good response by Mulholland there. He's really been one of the main men for Buncrana inside because he's got such great movement. Low centre of gravity, he's causing a lot of problems. But that time, the pass came through at pace from Buncrana before Naomh Padraig could get set into that zonal defending. And Mulholland and profiting there, keeping his composure from about 25 yards, slotting it over the bar.
Ball's dropped forward, looking for Toy. Toy dropped it, but Keelan McColgan has it, and Keelan McColgan's knocked it over the bar once again. He's got 5 in this tie, and now it's 10-9 to Naomh Padraig.
Yeah, McColgan's on fire there. Any half ball, any ball comes near him at all, he's just ready to turn and hit them. What makes him so dangerous is, having watched him last year, more often than not, he put the head down and used to run at everybody. But today, he's basically shooting on sight. And he is in top form because everything he seems to hit is going over the bar. But you can feel the confidence off him, and really Buncrana have no answer for marking him inside.
Well, James Connors going to let us have one more attack here before we go to the half-time break. William McLaughlin sends it forward to Billy Duffy. Duffy now is going to come back to Keelan McGonigal. Out it goes to the left-hand channel once again to the wing-back. 5 on his back, it's Andrew Davison. He's running at this Naomh Padraig defence. Now comes the lively Dylan Mulholland. Mulholland just coming along the edge of the 45. Oisin Crawford once again. Crawford has been marked there and marshalled by Cormac McColgan. Back now to Ryan Bradley, who scored one of their opening points in the 5th minute, the 2012 All-Ireland winner. Gives it to the current county man for the Buncrana side here, who's fouled. And it's going to be a free just inside the 45. So we've seen Keelan McGonigal score a 2-pointer already today from a free, and I think he's going to have another pot here kicking under the breeze, Brendan, to see if he can put his side in front before we get the half-time whistle.
Yeah, we've seen different boys coming up throughout the year for Donegal, hitting them on different days. I didn't realise Keelan was as good as he is. He definitely landed a peach of a 45 previous from 45 range, so listen, this is an opportunity for him.
He's just inside the 45 again down the left-hand side. He's kicking under the breeze and kicking under the clubhouse end here of the Scarvey. Here he comes on the right boot. That one's high. And going by the reaction of the crowd on the far side, it's another 2-pointer. The referee gives the signal, and Buncrana lead by 11 points to 10. A second 2-pointer from McGonigal. He's 5 in this game as well, and the home side back in front.
Yeah, it's no coincidence he is 5, McColgan is 5, Oisin, because I'll tell you what, he made that look simple, Oisin. That wasn't an easy kick. He was just inside the 45, but he was right out, maybe about 6 or 7 yards in from the sideline. He's kicking into a bit of a breeze, Oisin, but it looked like he clipped that with more than enough yards to spare. But there was a way he had it, Oisin. He had it as if it was a 13-metre free. Brilliant score from him. We've seen some cracking scores here today, Oisin. They say the two guys, it's been a shootout. We've been saying that from early on. They've both ended the half with 5 each, McColgan and McGonigal. Yeah,
you're right, it is a shootout. There's not much between the sides, but it is Buncrana who are leading here by just a single point. But the county men on both sides really stepping up to the plate in this intermediate championship today. Keelan McColgan has scored 5 points, and he's also chipped in with a 2-pointer. And Keelan McGonigal for Buncrana has also scored 5. 2 of his scores were top door 2-pointers as well. And it's still very much to play for here. And Brendan, just finally on open the first half, listen, there's not much between these two sides, and it's still anybody's game, so it is.
Yeah, as I say, maybe took Naomh Padraig a wee while to settle us, and they were lucky maybe they didn't concede more scores in that time. There was a couple of half-goal chances, but say once they settled into the game, they're much more pacey in the attack, and they're trying to get direct and early ball and take their first opportunity, whereas the way they're sitting, they're kind of inviting Buncrana on, and some of the Buncrana plays a bit slower. They're trying to break down one-on-one, and that's the difference in the styles in the two teams. But once they settle into it, they look very dangerous. And of course, with McColgan up front, maybe even, I think his third point, Oisin, that he got, there was half a goal chance on as well. Yeah. Maybe they won't regret that in the second half, but certainly he is the go-to man inside Oisin, but he's also linking the play very well. But the other end of the pitch, as you say, Big Keelan's been first class. Mulholland has been has been dangerous as well. But certainly the contrast of styles, the way the two teams are shaping up, and at half time, it's anybody's game.
It is. Okay then, so at the break here at the Scarvey in this Michael Murphy Sports and Leisure Donegal Intermediate Championship Round 3 fixture, live on Donegal GATV in association with streamsport.ie. It's Buncrana the hosts, who have a slender 1 point advantage. Buncrana 11, Naomh Padraig 10. Pops that one off to the corner forward, who is Dylan Mulholland. McLaughlin sends one in, and McLaughlin, a couple of Buncrana players. Mullen once again. Now he's popped that out to Keelan McColgan, who's looking for the first 2-pointer of the game, and he's got it. Keelan McGonagall's looking to bust through the defence of Naomh Padraig. Ryan Bradley on the left foot, drops one over the bar, and that's the perfect response. Have another go here now. Here he comes on the right boots. That was kicked high, and this one has the Ian Mullen here and gets past Ian Mullen. Powerful running, a big stride of McGonigal outside of the right boot, and McGonigal splits the post. Going back, McIntyre's going to send it up the channel. That's good kick, and looking for Keelan McColgan, who turns at the right boot.
It's an absolutely top drawer. Naomh Padraig have turned over the ball here from the kick out, and maybe a goal opportunity.
Yeah, possible goal opportunity. McColgan's going for a score, and it's over the bar with Bundoran and Malin. Buncrana are looking to get the 4 points for the win today. Keelan McGonigal has just thumped this toy. Here's Hurl just inside the arc looking for a score. Hands it off to Mulholland. Mulholland's going to pop that one forward. Chance of another score here. This is Billy Duffy on this occasion, and Billy Duffy's got one for the Hums. John Campbell ahead of the defence. Campbell lays it off to Mulholland. He stepped on to the right boot here. That one's going to drop over the bar, and a game as we enter the closing 3 minutes. Here comes McKeon, 2 steps. And that one's going to drop over the bar. McKenna. McColgan steps inside the arc. He's going to feed it now to Ewan Mullen, who's able to shrug off a challenge. Mullen looking to put it over to send it out to Billy Duffy. Duffy now lays it back to Mulholland. Mulholland wants a second score here, and Mulholland is able to drop that one over. Looking for Toy. Toy dropped it, but Keelan McColgan has it, and Keelan McColgan's knocked it over the bar one of the Scarvey. Here he comes in the right boot. That one's high. Going by the reaction of the crowd on the far side, it's another 2-pointer. The referee gives the signal. Pops that one off to the corner forward, who is Dylan Mulholland. McLaughlin sends one in, and McLaughlin, a couple of Buncrana players. Mullen once again. Now he's popped that out to Keelan McColgan, who's looking for the first 2-pointer of the game, and he's got it. Keelan McGonagall's looking to bust through the defence of Naomh Padraig. Ryan Bradley on the left foot, drops one over the bar, and that's the perfect response. Have another go here now. Here he comes on the right boots. It's kicked high, and this one has the Ian Mullen here and gets past Ian Mullen. Powerful running, a big stride of McGonigal outside of the right boot, and McGonigal splits the post. Going back, McIntyre's going to send it up the channel. That's good kick, and looking for Keelan McColgan, who turns at the right boot.
It's an absolutely top drawer. Naomh Padraig have turned over the ball here from the kick out, and maybe a goal opportunity.
Yeah, possible goal opportunity. McColgan's going for a score, and it's over the bar with Bundoran and Malin. Buncrana are looking to get the 4 points for the win today. Keelan McGonigal has just thumped this toy. Here's Hurl just inside the arc looking for a score. Hands it off to Mulholland. Mulholland's going to pop that one forward. Chance of another score here. This is Ballyduffy on this occasion. And Ballyduffy's got one for the humps. John Campbell ahead of the defence. Campbell lays it off to Mulholland. He stepped on to the right boot here. That one's going to drop over the bar. And a game as we enter the closing 3 minutes. Here comes McKean. 2 steps. And that one's going to drop over the bar. E. McKenna. McColgan steps inside the arc. He's going to feed it now to Ewan Mullen, who's able to shrug off a challenge. Mullen looking to put it over to send it out to Billy Duffy. Duffy now lays it back to Mulholland. Mulholland wants a second score here. And Mulholland is able to drop that one over. Looking for Toy. Toy dropped it. But Keelan McColgan has it. And Keelan McColgan's knocked it over the bar one of the Scarvey. Here he comes on the right boot. That one's high. And going by the reaction of the crowd on the far side, it's another 2-pointer. The referee gives the signal. And you're welcome back to the Scarvey here for live coverage from this Michael Murphy Sports and Leisure Donegal Intermediate Championship Round 3 encounter. We have both sides just back on the pitch. We'll be getting the second half up and running shortly. We can confirm there's a number of changes on the Buncrana side. Kevin Jordan is coming into the game and taking the place of Sean McLaughlin, and also Michael Bernard McLaughlin, wearing number 11, is in for Ryan Bradley. On the scoreboard, it's an 11-10 fixture to Buncrana, with the county men really, I suppose, still in the limelight here this afternoon. Keelan McGonigal stepping up with 5, and Keelan McColgan for Naomh Padraig also scoring 5 points as well. In the second half, we're going to have Buncrana playing from right to left. They will be assisted by the breeze that's blowing upfield from the clubhouse end, heading towards the Mill Road end of the ground. James Connors once again has the ball back in play, so we can resume here now with this fixture, the start of the second half. And Buncrana will once again have the first attack of the half here. They're going to work it down the right-hand side. Going downfield, actually, down that channel. Naomh Padraig Muff had a lot of success in the opening half. We're going to wait to see if Buncrana is going to have that as well in this latter period. William McLaughlin picks it up now for the hosts. And the instruction comes to send it back in to the centre, where there is McGallagher. Gallagher now is going to feed it to Kevin Jordan. And for the second half, of course, taking the place of Sean McLaughlin. John Campbell. So out around the middle, being challenged there by Jason McCallion. Campbell's going to lay it off to Michael Bernard McLaughlin, who's just on the pitch. It's popped inside the arc. Comes back the way to McLaughlin, who kicks it high. And McLaughlin's effort is going to go out to the right and wide, and that will be marked as a third wide of the game for Buncrana here in this fixture, but they stay 11-10 in front, and the home side will be hoping that they can make this one advantage count, Brendan, because it's certainly ramped up, so it has over the last couple of minutes.
It seems to be picking up a bit, and listen, you think as a home team you use that to your advantage. Just interesting there, Cormac McColgan, of course, is picking up Keelan McGonigal. Of course, Cormac's part of the Donegal backroom team and the physio, so even though he's up there helping out, I'm sure the two lads know each other well, and he's one of the more formidable players out there, but he's a big job to do to hold down and to negate the influence of McGonigal. Of course, Cormac himself has had a few 2-pointers in the last few games, and something he might look to try and get on the scoreboard in the second half.
And now the Padraig can come with their first attack of the second half, and Keelan McColgan, the man with 5 points so far in this tie, and taken up there by Jordan. He just lays it off now to McCarran. Standing in the centre is Ewan Mullen. Right, this right-hand side is McCallion. Instead, he's built it straight down the middle to Toy. Toy's going to lay it off to Cormac McColgan, who steps on to the left boot. And that's a good score by Cormac McColgan to level up this game at 11 points apiece. And Cormac McColgan gets his first of the afternoon. I
was just asking about him scoring 2, Oisin, and a potential 2-pointer, but I'm sure he'd be happy with the 1-pointer. But that time, Toy, who played all last season at number 6 for Naomh Padraig, he's operating inside and he's showing brilliantly for the ball. He laid it off, and a great score from McColgan.
The ball goes over the top of everybody, and it's Oisin Crawford who gives it now to John Campbell, but Campbell on the left foot sticks it out to the left and wide, and Campbell will be disappointed with that. It's just going to be marked as a 4th wide of the game here for Buncrana. With the kick now to come from the goalkeeper Dermot Kane. Kicking into the breeze here at the Scarvey. Dermot Kane's doesn't hit it as well as he hoped to. McCarran got a hand on it to break it down, and the Ishkaheen boys have the ball back with Hurrell now kicking it forward to McIntyre, and then Drew McKinney rather coming down this right hand side. McKinney now stepping onto the edge of the arc, coming back infield, waiting for support. Mullen is there, so is Keelan McColgan, who's looking up to see what the movement's like. Now off the left shoulder comes the wing back McIntyre. McIntyre's going to pop it out to the left. It comes under the centre again to Cormac McColgan. Hurrell back into the centre to McCallion. McCallion now has a runner in McIntyre. It's continued to move it forward. Gives it now to Johnny Toy. Just too much pace on it. Toy soccer style went to cross it and send it across the face of goal, but didn't work out for Toy on that occasion. Buncrana have it back. Free's been called. It's going to be launched up the field now into the hands of Michael Bernard McLaughlin, who drills it low to Dylan Mulholland out ahead of the defender. At a second attempt, Mulholland gets it into his grasp on the edge of the 45, and Buncrana are on the hunt for a score here. Mulholland can't control it, but too much effort into it. Ended up dropping the ball, and it was easy enough for Dara McIntyre, cornerback for Naomh Padraig, to deal with that. Drew McKinney has it once again. McKinney now is looking up to see who's on the move and who's on the attack for the Naomh Padraig men. Off the right shoulder is the wing back Jason McCallion. McCallion now out to young Michael McCarron once again. Very lively cornerback McCarron. Over the top looking for Keelan McColgan, who managed to get a shoulder in but couldn't get the ball into his path. The man who comes away with it is Duffy, but Duffy's dragged to the ground, and it's going to be a free out of Buncrana.
Yeah, McKenna was tracking Keelan McColgan most of the game there, but they seem to have switched him now. Sean Doherty, number 6, has come back, and it was interesting that last attack. He didn't leave his side. Every other Buncrana player was dropping off in a wee bit of a zone, but he was just had eyes on McColgan, trying to negate his influence and take him out of the game, because there's no doubt, at half-time Gary Duffy and Eamon McGee and the backroom team would have identified shutting down McColgan's influence, which might be easier said than done.
Yeah, so it's still an 11-11 fixture here. Buncrana have yet to score in this second half. We've played almost 6 minutes. Dylan Mulholland's chasing this one and looking to keep it in play, but that's going to be marked as another wide and a 5th wide of the fixture for Buncrana, who just can't seem to find the same sort of rhythm and momentum that they had in the first half. With another kick to come from McKean, the Naomh Padraig keeper. This time it's better, it's down the middle, up they go for it. McGonagall's able to break it. Buncrana have it back with William McLaughlin once again. Stepping over the 45, looking at John Campbell. Campbell's effort on the outside of the left boot is blocked down there by the second half substitute for Naomh Padraig. And now here comes the wing back, Oisin McIntyre. Cormac McColgan, the scorer of just a single point so far in the second half. That's with Doyle now. Killian Doyle running at this Buncrana defence. Oh, it's opened up for him. Needs to release the ball, runs into traffic, goes to ground. The ball's on the deck, and it's picked up there by the wing forward for Buncrana, who's McGallagher. Now Davison can give it to Kevin Jordan. Jordan out the right-hand side there is Campbell. Campbell launches a high one, and there's a bounce here. Will McLaughlin get to it? McLaughlin has his hands on it, looking to shrug off the couple of players. The centre half forward is Michael Bernard McLaughlin in for the second half, and he's got Buncrana's opening score of this second half. It's the first of the latter period for them. It's taken 7.5 minutes, but they're back in front 12-11, Brendan.
Yeah, back in front, but what a glaring opportunity coughed up there, and it should have been put over the bar by Doyle. And it was interesting, I just mentioned the way Sean Doherty's looking at Keelan McColgan. He let Doyle come inside that time. He just stayed with Keelan. Keelan had made the dummy run, and Doyle seen the pitch open up in front of him, and I think he must have been thinking there was half a goal chance, because it was a simple tap over score, because those 3 players come at him, but he ran into trouble. Buncrana go up the pitch and put the ball over the bar, and Keelan McColgan there with his first shot of the second half, but under catching the ball, and a simple possession given away for the Naomh Padraig and Buncrana on the counter.
Just to confirm, the 24 for Naomh Padraig is Peter Wright, and he's the hurler for the club and playing football for the second half here for the footballers. Mulholland's going to hit a low one in for Buncrana now, and out comes McLaughlin again. McLaughlin looking to shrug off a couple of challenges. He's turned on to the right, but there's not enough power on it to go over the bar, and it's swept up by Naomh Padraig once again. Their fullback is Keelan Harkin. Now comes across the edge of the 20 to Peter Wright. Naomh Padraig looking to work it up the middle of the field now. And this is good running here, so it is. By Naomh Padraig and McColgan looking for Toy. Toy can't get a hold of it, but the referee said there's a push in the back. The foul committed by Dara Corey, and it's going to be a free to Naomh Padraig Eshkaheen, and it's going to be just on the edge of the D, and it's another opportunity for the side from the village of Muff and the surrounding areas to get another score here and level up this game.
Seemed harsh there. Didn't seem to be a lot in that now. giving Naomh Padraig the chance, as you're saying there, to level up matters here. But that direct kick pass inside, Oisín, is interesting. You know, the second last one, the Dundee Mulholland there, if you're taking it out coming at full pace, you end up right out around the group again. Really, if there's not a lot of space, it's a diagonal ball. You have to put people in an area where they're turning and going at people, and that is the difference. But Toy, there, as I say, was adjudged to have been fouled. Now it's him himself has the chance to level up this game.
Yeah, so here comes Johnny Toy. They're going to tie it up at 12 points apiece. One's going to curl and drop over the bar, and that's a good score by Johnny Toy to make it a 12-12 game. Toy gets his first of the afternoon, and on the clock we've played 10 minutes, and it's level again. Remember, already in this competition, Naomh Padraig drew with Malin last week. Is there another draw on the cards here at the Scarvey this afternoon?
Yeah, it's just neck and neck so far. Every time a team looks like they're taking a small bit of advantage, they get reined back in, either by scores or a brilliant two-pointer there. So it's definitely very even. There's nothing much to put in between them. But certainly Michael Bernard already coming on there. He looks like he could be a handful. He's already scored a point. He's a big man inside, and he's another attempt on goals, and he's gone on the full forward line there at the minute.
Keelan McGonigal just shrugging off the challenge. Looking for a two-pointer here. That one's curling, and a third two-pointer of the game from Keelan McGonigal, and it's a 14-12 game and another classy score from, I suppose, the leader of Buncrana at the moment.
Yeah, beautiful strike there, Oisín. We were behind it all the way here on this left-hand side there. He turned in, he shrugged off the tackle. There was a couple of attempted blocks, and then he hit that shot, Oisín, out to that far post. The way he strike a ball and curl it back in around. Top score from McGonigal.
3 2-pointers from McGonigal in this game. That's his first two-pointer from play. The others were from place balls. So now the question has been asked once again of the visitors, who for the third time in this game have gone 2 points adrift. But on the two previous occasions, they were able to pull it back and go level. Tripped up there is Keelan McColgan as he was heading towards the 13, and it's going to be a free to Naomh Padraig, who can reduce the deficit now to just a single score. That's
one of those very awkward decisions to make, Oisín, because that was obviously an accident. You know, it was Sean Doherty who's sticking very tight to Keelan in this second half. He goes to tackle him, his foot does catch him, but it certainly wasn't something on purpose, but he did bring him down. It's a difficult one. I suppose James Connors had to give the foul, but certainly it was an accidental trip.
So another change is going to be made here by the Naomh Padraig Muff side. In the meantime, Johnny Toy is looking to get another score here. Jimmy McColgan's coming into the game as well for Naomh Padraig. Toy gets a 13th point for Naomh Padraig, so that means it's back to 1. So it's 2 scores now from Johnny Toy. Makes it a 14-13 game in favour of Buncrana, and a change for Naomh Padraig coming in. So Jamie McColgan with 14 comes in for Jamie McCauley. So the two Jamies are swapping out. Peter Grant is the other player who came on. I called him Peter Wright earlier. Reference the dart player maybe, but it's Peter Grant, man who does the hurling. He's also on as a player in the second half for the side. He's just fielded that ball brilliantly, and he gives it to Drew McKinney now. McKinney's going to work it up this right hand side. Back it comes to Grant. Grant now to McColgan, and the wing back is McCallion, and the other wing back is Oisín McIntyre. The 5 and the 7 linking up. McIntyre now has a runner off the left. He's continued his own run. He just drops that one forward to Toy. Back it comes now to McIntyre. Gives the return to Toy. What can Toy do here? Oh, he's nestled it into the back of the net, and a super score by Johnny Toy. He took the return from McIntyre. Just the sheer power of Toy, and he put his foot behind it, and it nestled into the back of the net with a lot of force. Now the keeper for Buncrana is hurt here at the moment, but Johnny Toy has got a goal and a massive score on the road for the Naomh Padraig men.
Brilliant score from Toy. Listen, goals have been threatened. It's amazing that the ball hasn't hit the back of the net so far, but Toy doing it brilliantly there. As you say, when he got that ball, he got that physical strength. He puts his head up. Very intelligent player, playing the 1-2. Once he builds up ahead of stage, a very powerful man. He rode the challenges there, Oisín, and roofed the ball in the back of the net. I think he collided then with Adam Harrigan in the Buncrana goal, but a massive score for the men from Naomh Padraig to put them into the lead.
Johnny Toy certainly been the standout player in the second half for Naomh Padraig, because he's kicked 1-2 of the 1-3 that they've scored here in the latter half, and we're about to hit the end of the third quarter in this game, so almost 15 minutes played, and how timely a score is that? And that now means, for the first time in this tie, the visitors are leading here by 2.
Yeah, and the subs are having an impact in the game. You just mentioned 2 of them linked up in the earlier part of that attack, Oisin, and that's what happens. The game's opening up a wee bit. The men coming in with fresh legs are going to cause a lot more problems. We say Toy hitting that 1-2 in the second half. He has been top drawer, Oisin. So even though the wind is blowing down, Oisin, it's not a huge wind. It doesn't seem to be affecting the play too much. But certainly that 2-pointer at Keelan seemed to carry a bit in the breeze. But again, Oisin, Naomh Padraig looking that bit more dangerous, bit more pacey on the break than Buncrana are at the minute. They're relying on balls coming, and particularly the brilliance of Keelan. They drive them on. They don't seem as dangerous inside. I mean, I would be trying to isolate Dylan Mulholland inside one-on-one and try and give him direct ball, or at least put it in high to the sub that come on there, Michael Bernard Doherty. I think that needs to be a tactic Buncrana look at.
Okay, just a couple of corrections. Well, one main correction. We were telling you that Peter Grant was actually in the game wearing 24. He's not in the game wearing 24, because Cormac Kelly was wearing 6 in the first half, and obviously something happened to jersey, so he's now wearing 24. So it is Cormac Kelly who's wearing 24, and that substitute that they talked about in the lead up to the goal had nothing to do with Brendan.
Forget everything I say. I don't know what I'm talking about. Listen, these are the things can catch you up. Good man, we're being kept right in the background here.
Thanks to Damien Dodge, by the way, who's keeping us right here.
Good man, Damien. Maybe we should get a mic for Damien here. Keep us up. Thanks, Damien.
Here's the kick coming now from.
Brilliant catch.
Yeah, super fielding in the middle, and there's a free now to the Naomh Padraig boys.
Oisin McIntyre, was it?
Yeah. He, of course, was involved in the goal.
Providing he hasn't changed the jersey or something, that should be him.
This is Cormac McColgan. He's now working it down this right-hand side. Been met by Keelan McGonigal. He's challenging hard. The referee's playing advantage. And the ball now positioned over on the far side of the pitch. Hurl's going to knock it back into McIntyre in the centre again. He's coming running straight down the middle, looking for players off the shoulder. Oh, brilliant stuff by McColgan once again. Here's Cormac McColgan. He just can't hold on to the ball. Just too much pace in it. The ball was dropped, and Buncrana do have it back. And Buncrana, the home side, need a response here. They trail by 2. It's a 1-13 to 14 game. That's 16 plays 14. And the visitors, for the first time in this tie, are leading by 2. And now the questions are being asked of the home side at the Scarvey, who really, to be honest, can't afford to lose another game in this intermediate championship. They lost on the opening day without Keelan McGonigal at the hands of Malin, and then they beat Burt convincingly in their second outing. And if they were to suffer a second defeat in 3 games, it will be a hammer blow for the men from Buncrana. But they're not done yet. There's still 12 minutes of football to play. This is Keelan McGonigal looking to lead the charge now for his side. And he's skipped through a couple of challenges. Powerful running by him. He lays it out to the right-hand side. Oh, an overhead kick by Keelan McGonigal. And the referee's called for a penalty, because there was 3, I think, well, from our vantage point, there was 2, if not 3, men around Keelan McGonigal whose body fell forward, but he hooked his leg back. And from our distance here, it looked like an overhead kick. But straight away, James Connors called for a penalty. And now the home side needed something to get back into this game. And they've got a massive opportunity here, Brendan. Yeah,
listen, Keelan just taking the ball there, and he's saying, I'm just going to keep carrying this. I know Naomh Padraig were shouting for the potential over carrying. He just kept driving and driving at him. He played the 1-2. He was definitely off balance. So there was a pull around his neck. It didn't need to be done, but it's given this man, Mulholland, a chance now to hit the back of the net for Buncrana.
Here comes Mulholland, and he's put it over the bar, and he's got just a point. That's now 15 points for Buncrana. He went too high. It means that the home side are still trailing here by a point. He'll be disappointed with that, Brendan.
He would indeed, Oisín. And just on that previous attack there, Keane McColgan just let the ball run away from him. If he had to put that over the bar, Oisín, it would have went to 3 points. And no one has been more than 2 ahead in this game. And of course, the ball run away from him. Buncrana went down the pitch and brought it back to a point game again. And these two teams just can't be separated. No one can get into a lead, Oisín, when they start to maybe dictate the game a bit. It's just end to end.
And Naomh Padraig have the ball back. It's popped over the top into the path of Cormac McColgan. McColgan again is going to lay it off to Oisín McIntyre. Naomh Padraig are still leading here by just a single score. It's a 16-15 game. We've had a missed penalty from Buncrana by Dylan Mulholland. There's been 1 goal scored in this time. It's come from Johnny Toy, who's been very influential in the second half. And here's a big man set to come in as well with 23 on his back. Big Kevin Lynch is going to enter the game. Another man who carries a bit of presence on a football field, and he'll be hoping to play his part for the visitors. However, the home side are looking to try and level up this game, if not hit the front. Oisín Crawford's going to work it down the left-hand side, brings it into the middle to Michael Bernard McLaughlin, who gives it to young Duffy. And now coming running from deep is Mick Gallagher. They're looking up to see what the options are up top. Jordan gives it under Crawford once again. Crawford now steadies himself on the edge of the 20, kicks it high and kicks it over the bar. And we are level here once again at 16 plays, 1-13. And Buncrana have got those scores that they needed to get back level terms. But listen, they had the penalty, and that'll be disappointing from their point of view that they didn't convert it. But into the game now comes Kevin Lynch for Naomh Padraig, and he is going to take the place off. Looks like young Hurl is making his way to the line.
Yeah, listen, huge player and for them indeed, Oisín. He obviously carried that foot injury and kept playing throughout that brilliant run to All-Ireland final. Probably done himself a bit of damage, but he slowly come back into contention this year to play again, get that foot injury cleared up. He could have a big saying in this game yet, but that last point from Oisín Crawford, been really impressed with him. Oisín, he's been playing brilliant stuff in this game from his half-back position. He knows where the posts are.
Yeah, and just looking, there's a change in the Buncrana team. Off goes Duffy and on comes Peter McLaughlin, who back after injury. Ball's kicked towards the left-hand side of midfield. It's Buncrana that have picked it up, and it's going to go, well, it's going to be a free actually to Buncrana because it was touched on the ground according to referee James Connors. So on the clock, what do we have? 8 minutes to go, plus there will be a bit of additional time because the keeper for Buncrana, and he was hobbling earlier on. He's still hobbling when I actually looked down on him. He's still struggling with that right boot, so he has that right leg. So he was on the ground for a lengthy period of time, and there will be several minutes added on at the end of the game. But there's definitely just under 8 to go now to hit the half hour or hit the 60-minute mark. And Buncrana, who have levelled up this game of scores from Mulholland and Crawford, are now looking to build an attack and go in front again. Kevin Jordan gives it back to Campbell. And this is Michael Bernard McLaughlin. He has Dylan Mulholland ahead of him. He also has Keelan McGonigal. Just too much height on it for McGonigal, but the big Buncrana midfielder gets there first. Just down in that pocket down on the left-hand side. He's going to work it right back to the edge of the arc. And any time that McGonigal ran at this Naomh Padraig defence, he caused him trouble. It led, of course, to the penalty. Dylan Mulholland, the man on the ball now, took that penalty, but it went over the bar to just register as a single score. Oisín Crawford, who got their last points, looking for another here. He's inside the arc, but he's pulled this well to the left and wide, and that's a 6th wide of the game for Buncrana. It stays level at 16 points to 113, Brendan. And as the clock continues to tick down, we are getting ever closer to what possibly could be another draw here today. Yeah,
there's nothing separating the Oisín on the scoreboard or generally in play. Big Peter McLaughlin, you say the midfielder's gone on the full forward. He's a huge man. Oisín has a serious height advantage over Keelan Harkin, and of course, as you say, big Kevin Lynch going inside. He certainly has been matched up well by Dara Corey. He's a big man that can go back and deal with him height-ways. But Buncrana, will they let the ball in direct, Oisín? We haven't seen too much kick passing of direct ball inside today.
Buncrana on the attack once again. Another great challenge in there. The ball popped out from Kevin Jordan, but Buncrana were able to get it back. John Campbell has it now. Sticks it to the middle to McGonigal. Here he goes for another 2-pointer, but it's blocked down by Cormac Kelly. McGonigal has it back again. Every time he gets the ball, the men in blue are trying to chase him down. He goes to ground. No foul. Will he overcarry? The ball is released. McGonigal goes to the ground, and all the hard work of Naomh Padraig results in them getting the ball back. Popped into the middle. And it's looks like Oisin McIntyre is it that has it. Chipped up the line to Keelan McColgan. Good work by the centre half-back, the 6 Sean Doherty for Buncrana. But McGonigal's got it back again. He's pulled back on the jersey, and it's going to be a free to the visitors once more.
Yeah, Sean Doherty's doing well. Oisin obviously switched on to him this half, and it's a difficult assignment to do, to try and keep Keelan McGonigal or to keep the danger man for Naomh Padraig out of the game, and that is something that McColgan obviously is causing so much problems, particularly in that first half. But Doherty's done well in that second half, and he's kind of, I suppose, sacrificed his own game completely. He's just stuck with him, and he said that time all you can do is trying to get a hand in, trying to negate the danger that McColgan is, and really it has been Toy who stepped up for Naomh Padraig in the second half. But what a block there previous to that, Cormac Kelly, just as Keelan McGonigal shaped up for a possible 2-pointer. Brilliant block. Naomh Padraig now with an opportunity to get a score of their own.
Yeah, Johnny Toy's kicked 1-2 in the second half. Now the angle, we'll wait to see what he can do here. It's about, what, 25 metres out or so? Less than that, and a number of metres from the sideline. Toy hits with left foot. That's a cracking score by Johnny Toy. Drops over the bar, and Naomh Padraig are back in front. 114 to 16 points. Excuse me, 115 to 16 points. That's marked as a 2-pointer, and Johnny Toy takes his total to 1-4. He's been the man of the second half for sure, Brendan.
Yeah, that's been brilliant from Toy. What a kick, Oisin, because he was basically on the sideline there, right down on that right hand side there, but it was an absolutely top door strike, curled over with plenty to spare. And as you say, Toy has really lit up this second half, because definitely Buncrana have got the grips from McColgan, but Toy's been the man that stood up. A short kick there, Buncrana under pressure. Naomh Padraig crowd thought he maybe touched that on the ground, but Buncrana have possession.
Yeah, Buncrana have it back, and once again the questions have been asked of the home side, who now find themselves again 2 points adrift. It's an 18-16 game here, and we've got just over 3 minutes plus whatever time is going to be added on at the end of the half, at the end of the game, the end of the second half. This is Michael Bernard McLaughlin coming up the middle for Buncrana. They're going to shrug off the challenge of Toy. He's fouled. John Campbell went to kick one from way out, but it was blocked down. And James Connors, the referee, is just blowing for a free, and you would expect Keelan McGonigal to come over and take this one and look for another 2-pointer here. He's got 3 so far. He's kicked 7 points, and if he can find the target here, it'll be a level game once again, Brendan.
Yeah, listen, you wouldn't put it past him, and he's been in top drawer form today.
So here he comes. 3 2-pointers for Keelan McGonigal. Is this 4? No, it's not going to have the height or the accuracy. It goes out to the left and wide as the Naomh Padraig keeper gets bundled over, and that's going to be wide number 7. So 2 minutes to go. It's still a 2-point fixture in favour of Naomh Padraig. The kick to come from McKeon, the Naomh Padraig keeper. It's going to tail out to the left. Up they go for it. The ball's going to break. It comes off Johnny Toy's hand. Naomh Padraig have it back. It's with McCarn, who sends it into the middle to the fullback Harkin. Now the other cornerback's McIntyre, Dara McIntyre. Finds Oisin McIntyre.
It was a huge possession there now, because Naomh Padraig have the ball and they have the lead.
Yeah. And this is Keelan McColgan harrying this defence. Here's McColgan, chance of a goal. It's saved in there by the goalkeeper, but it comes back out with the Buncrana defenders, and Kevin Jordan's bundled over. The referee's going to bring out the card here, but that was a huge chance for Naomh Padraig to get another big score, and again it was mighty running by Keelan McColgan. There's a yellow card for Dermot Keaveney, who's just into the game as a second half substitute. But the injured keeper of Buncrana, he stepped up to the plate there, Adam Harrigan. He's been hobbling on that right leg for most of the second half, but he pulled off a massive save.
Yeah, great story. And you wonder, could he have put it over the bar? Time's nearly up. They're 2 points ahead. They would have went 3 up, but McColgan, he's so dynamic in his play. I mean, he gets inside, he goes for goal, and I suppose that's how he lives and breathes. But certainly, maybe from a tactical point of view, he could have popped that over the bar, knowing that Buncrana might only get one more big opportunity in the game. Now they could still level it up.
Yeah, there's going to be 4 minutes added on at the end of this game. We're into the last 30 seconds of the hour, and it's still in Mulholland. Mulholland now. Coming back along the edge of the 45. Gives it to Oisin Crawford. It's an 18-16 game here. It's 1:15 plays 16 in favour of Naomh Padraig. Keelan McGonigal. Out it goes now to Jordan on the outside of the left boot. And Jordan's effort goes over the bar. That's a good score by Jordan. It's his first of the game. And it keeps Buncrana in tow here, so it does.
So it's all about this possession now. Oisin just remarked after that 2-point effort from Keelan McGonigal. Naomh Padraig won possession, and they should have really extended that lead. Oisin, they didn't. This game now could hinge on this kick out. Can Buncrana win it and try and force an equaliser, or possibly win the game with a 2-pointer?
Right, so they're coming out to this near side toss. Up goes McLaughlin and McColgan. The ball breaks. It's picked up by Mick Gallagher for Buncrana. It's popped forward into Crawford once again. Crawford gets there ahead of Drew McKinney. Crawford's continued his run into the Naomh Padraig half. Stepping over the 45. Inside the D. Scored one here earlier in the half, but this one's going to go well out to the right and wide. It stays at a slender 1-point advantage to Naomh Padraig.
Yeah, huge opportunity there. Listen, Crawford, I've been impressed with him today. Ball carrying first class. He just didn't look like he gained his balance properly. They hit that strike and he really got underneath it. There was maybe men around him. When you're looking to get that equalising point, you've got to make sure that the strike is, you're happy with it, and it's a key opportunity for Buncrana to get back in it. Now they have a sideline ball and an opportunity.
Yeah, Buncrana are going to have another chance here. Still 3 minutes left to play, so there is of the time added on. We have completed 1 of the 4. Sideline ball to Buncrana. There's still loads of time here to go and level it up and even go for a win from point of view from both sides here. This is Jordan. Pops it forward to Crawford. Crawford gives it to Jordan again. He's fouled on the edge of the 45, and it's a case of step up Keelan McGonigal again.
This is it. This is opportunity knocks here. I shouldn't say there's still a couple of minutes to go, but a 2-pointer now would be a hammer blow. And we talked about that free in the first half. It was given away that Naomh Padraig took that opportunity for the 2-pointer. And this now, it is to the right of the arc, but it's well within the range. But it's not Keelan's going to take this one.
John Campbell's going to take this one. John Campbell, the big full forward who hangs around the middle at times for Buncrana. He's yet to score today, but he's going to have a go here with the left foot. Assisted by the breeze, blowing upfield from the clubhouse end into the Mill Road end of the ground. Here comes Campbell now, on the left foot. But Campbell's effort goes out to the right and wide. 9 wides now for Buncrana, and another missed opportunity. But there's still around 1 minute and 45 seconds left to play here. And the Naomh Padraig goalkeeper's waiting on a couple of balls to go back, but no doubt Jeremy McCain is going to take his time here with this kick out. James Connor, I'm sure, will be keeping an eye on the watch as well.
I can't believe that Keelan didn't take that. When you look at some of the kicks that he's taken in this half, he was just outside the arc. I thought that was like on from, and only missed the one previously, but certainly you would have backed him to plant that one and put Buncrana in the lead.
Ball goes towards the middle, up they go again, and Naomh Padraig will have it with Johnny Toy. Johnny Toy's racing forward, looking for big Kevin Lynch. Lynch can't hold on to it, but Buncrana have it back. It's popped out, and it's back into the hands of Naomh Padraig once again. Toy has his hands on it. Toy just hugging that sideline, pops it forward to Keelan McColgan. McColgan coming across the 45. Now we've got Ewan Mullen and loads of space here. Ewan Mullen steadies himself, always pulled it to the left. It's going to stay infield. Davison's kept it infield, and we've still got time here. We're on to the closing 40 seconds, but Naomh Padraig have it back, and that one drops over the bar, and the hands raised for a point, and it's Jason McCallion who could be the hero of the day for Naomh Padraig here in Buncrana. And a mistake defensively from Buncrana handing the visitors a huge opportunity to win this game.
Yeah, it was a poor bit of play in the Buncrana defence there, because after that ball dropped short, you're thinking here's another opportunity to get the strike away, but they coughed up easy possession. As you say, a simple score, extending that out to 2 again. Both sides guilty of poor misses and poor possession gives away as this game enters the final moments. Buncrana have had the opportunities, but that's a 2-pointer now. Another effort coming in, but plainly wide.
William McLaughlin kicks it wide. I would say James Connor's going to blow the full-time whistle any second now. Buncrana at home here are trailing by 2 points. The visitors, Naomh Padraig, Eshkaheen, are on course to take a huge victory in this Inishowen derby and go top of the standings in the Intermediate Championship. The kick comes from the Naomh Padraig goalkeeper. We wait to see will James Connor blow the whistle. He's going to give the home side one more chance. Depends on who picks up this ball. It's with Naomh Padraig at the moment, and the young cornerback at McCarran wins a free for the Eshkaheen parish. And the men in blue are going to take their time with this free, no doubt. We've played nearly 5 minutes, added on at the end of the game. We've got an instruction there would be 4, but it's almost 5. Johnny Toy takes that free. It's dropped in to Keaveney. Keaveney took a shoulder from McLaughlin in the back. The referee, James Connor, says no foul. William McLaughlin has it for the home side. There's going to be one more chance here for Buncrana. They need a 2-pointer. Keelan McGonigal goes into traffic. He comes out of it. He's looking to continue. And now it's going to be brought forward. But I think Keelan McGonigal is just going to maybe keep this out in 2-point range, because nothing else is going to do here, Brendan.
Yeah, listen, very rash tackling, and Naomh Padraig got to be thinking there that they've got this game in the bag. They're 2 ahead. You can't be coughing up 2-point opportunities. This time the ref's pulling it in for not allowing them with a tap and go to go and play. And I think Naomh Padraig just maybe hadn't thought properly about what the potential outcome this, and have given Buncrana another opportunity. Of course, Keelan had an opportunity a few minutes ago, so would Campbell. Both missed from 2-point range, but this could tie it up and undo the good work. But again, Naomh Padraig had the game stretched there, Rush, and they had that 3rd point, and no one seemed to be able to do that today. Keelan with a chance now.
Here's Keelan McGonigal looking to level up this game and force a draw. As things stand, it's 116 Naomh Padraig, that's 19. 17 to Buncrana. It all hinges on this. This will probably be the last kick of the game. Keelan McGonigal has kicked 3 2-pointers in this game. His 4th will level it up. Here he comes with the right boot. It doesn't have the height. It comes off a Buncrana player, and it's still in play. Young McCarran has it for Naomh Padraig. We're still waiting the full-time whistle to go here. And there it is. It's all over. And it's been a big day for Naomh Padraig Eshkaheen, because they have come here to the Scarvey in Buncrana and they have taken victory by 2 points, 116 to 17. Listen, it was a bit of a cliffhanger here towards the end. A really entertaining game, particularly in the closing 10 minutes. But this is a big one for Naomh Padraig, who go top of the standings in the Intermediate Championship for a couple of hours anyway, because some of the other teams still have to play. But it's a massive one for them.
Yeah, there's a bit of trouble breaking out down below us here, actually. Not nice to see. As this game enters, because it was played in good spirits throughout, and players are kind of trying to calm the situation there. It's spilling over a small bit there, Oisin, but listen, Buncrana will look back at the game and think that they had those 2-point opportunities, first Keelan McGonigal, then Campbell, then McGonigal again, and all of them, they were taking those opportunities in the first half. And I'd say by and large, Oisin, the difference in the two teams was Keelan McGonigal was brilliant in the first. Keelan McGonigal was brilliant the whole game, but he didn't have the backup of a second player, and really it was Toy and McColgan who did so much damage for the Naomh Padraig men. I think that was the difference. They had 2 players on the day which were able to score and cause so much problems from dead ball and from play, and that was just a small difference in them, but still Buncrana be kicking themselves with them opportunities missed late on in the game.
Yeah, they certainly will, but Naomh Padraig Muff, that is now 2 victories and a draw in the Intermediate Championship as they go top of the standings on 5 points, moving 1 point ahead of Naomh Columba, Red Hughes, Bundoran and Malin. But of course Naomh Columba play Narossa rather at 4 o'clock, and Red Hughes are playing Milford also at 4, and they will both have an opportunity of course to move back ahead of Naomh Padraig. But from a Buncrana point of view, they of course were at home here today looking to make home advantage count. But that's a big blow for them. That's now 2 defeats in this group out of 3 games, Brendan.
Yeah, 2 defeats in this. That was a tough one there today, because they certainly played a part in it, and there was not much between these 2 teams. Probably that last break there where Keaveney took that tackle by right. Naomh Padraig should have tied it up and went 3 points up. As it was, the ball was turned over, no free was given, and then a rush of blood to the head from the Naomh Padraig man give that late opportunity. I'm sure this man beside me, Daniel McCauley, was a what's end at the time, but he came through in terms of the game. Exciting match, Daniel.
Yeah, you might give Daniel your headset there, Brendan. We're joined here by the Naomh Padraig Ishkaheen manager, Daniel McCauley, who's come up very, very quickly indeed to join us here at our commentary position. Listen, well, first of all, well done, congratulations. It was tense there towards the end, but when you make the short trip up the road to take on your neighbours and you come away with a one, it's always a good day, Daniel.
Oh, it's brilliant. I think Buncrana are a brilliant side, and when you coming onto the day, after watching the last couple of weeks, what they would give, they're physical, they hit hard, and they're a well organised team. Gary has them well organised, and a few really experienced heads in there. You look at Keelan Donegal, JP McKenna there, the tight game today, and Sean Doherty, like they've good players. So look, hey, we're delighted to come out of the day with a victory. Yeah,
at half time you were trailing in this game by a single score. I think it's fair to say that opening half was about the county players on both sides, but from your perspective, Keelan McColgan was really, really good in that opening half. He kicked half of your scores in that opening half. He kept us in touch.
He's unbelievable there, that first 2-pointer has, and his last point of the first half, it was just on the turn. Like, he's unbelievable. But that's what Keelan gives you, you know. His work rate and effort up there is so hard to mark, because the only way you can stop him is fouling him, really.
Yeah, but the other boys all stepped up in the second half, and Johnny Toy's contribution, particularly in that opening quarter where he kicked 1-2 of the 1-3 that was scored, that really was a bit of a foundation for where this victory was going to come from.
Oh, Johnny showed today like he's captain this year, and he that leadership in the second half there was brilliant. Like, he just captain material. He stood up when he counted, and that 2-pointer he had down here. There's a breeze going down that field. We were against the breeze, and he really played it well. It was unbelievable, you know.
But that goal was massive at this stage in the game. So it
was the turning point in the game, because Buncrana were aging. They were starting to get control. Our boys were looking lethargic. They were looking like the heads were falling down a bit, and that goal just gave us that bit of boost to get us through to the rest of the game.
Were you worried towards the end there, because it was getting a bit tight there? Buncrana were putting the squeeze on.
I look, when Keelan went through that time when he went for a goal, and probably should have took his score and put us up by 3, and it gives you a bit of breathing space. But hey, that's what Keelan's all about. He loves goals, and we got turned over then, and the hearts were in the mouth there coming when big Keelan that 2-pointer at the end, because I do think there was a foul here in Dermot, and then William just pulled the ball out from underneath him. So there was a foul, and it was let go, and they went down. And a draw wouldn't have been a bad result. It would have been a fair result, and with the two teams' performance today, because it was a real ding-dong battle, and typical in a show in Derby. You know, the two teams went at it, and but delighted to see Keelan's kick go wide, you know, because he was so effective in the first half for them.
Yeah. Well, listen, your championship now, what's that, 2 wins and a draw? Yep. You beat Bundoran, you drew with Malin, and now in another tight Inishowen encounter, you've come on out the right side of the result. So listen, it's a big win. You go top of the standings for a couple of hours anyway, but you continue to chug along in this championship here and are pulling out the results.
Look, we are. The boys are showing great character. Like, that's every game now. Like Bundoran, we were down by a point, and deep on the stoppage time, Cormac had a 2-pointer. Last week we were 2 points down heading on the stoppage time, and we pulled it back. And today there we just kept in front, and we managed it well. And I think the defence needs great credit there today, because Buncrana had a lot of possession in the second half, and they were resilient. And we talked at half time. We told them we give away a few needless frees in the first half, and we told them be good in the tackle, shield them, and work on the break. And that's what they done. The abundance, like, they've worked really, really hard, you know.
Yeah. You were junior champions last year. You got as far as the All-Ireland final at junior level. What's it like now playing intermediate?
It's a massive step up, watching to junior football. There's no bones about it. Like, the players and all have said there's a big step up, but these boys were prepared for it, and they got great preparation last year. That All-Ireland run, like, we were playing big teams, and they were prepared well for it. And we have a young side, and we embrace everything that comes. We fear no one, and we just hope now. We've Burt next in All-Ireland in Derby in 2 weeks, and we have a few niggling injuries there, so the 2-week break will do us the world of good, you know.
Okay. How far can you go in this competition?
I never rule these boys out doing anything. Like, that's the kind of players they are. Like, they just show that great character and strength, and I wouldn't rule them out one minute, because that's the belief I have in them, and that's the belief I tell them every night at training. Carry the belief that you can win every competition you enter. You don't enter a competition with the think I want to finish here. You enter that thinking I want to win this. I believe in myself, and I believe in all these young boys. And hey, they're a great group of players, like, and they're well gelled together here now.
Well, I'm delighted to hear that answer, because every other manager we speak to, it's all about the next game, and they don't look any further than that. So we've got the answer from you that we're always looking for, Daniel.
Hey, look, and I'd maybe be shot for saying it, but no, you've got to carry that belief, Oisin, and that has to filter through from me right down to the water boys in the group. You have to believe that I can win this competition. I don't enter any game and any training session game with any other mindset is we want to win, and that's I believe these boys can go the whole way, and I'm not making no bones about it. We may not, but this is our first year in intermediate, and we're fear no one, and we're just going to go heller on for it.
Well, that belief was certainly on show today as you leave the Scarvey, the home of Buncrana, with another one in the Intermediate Championship. Well done.
Thanks very much, Oisin.
Well done, Daniel McCauley there. The manager of Naomh Padraig, Muff, who came here today to win another Inishowen derby, this time disposing of Buncrana. We may get some reaction from the Buncrana camp. If we do, we'll bring it to you shortly. But in the meantime, of course, if you want to become part of the Donegal GATV streamsport.ie service, go onto their social media channels. You get details of all the games there, and of course you'll be able to watch back on the fixtures that have already taken place in the opening weekends of the Michael Murphy Sports and Leisure Club Champions. It's not all about the Senior Championship today. We're covering the Intermediate Championship as well. centre forward, who is Dylan Mulholland. McLaughlin sends one in, and McLaughlin, a couple of Buncrana players. Mullen once again. Now he's popped that out to Keelan McColgan, who's looking for the first 2-pointer of the game, and he's got it. Keelan McGonagall's looking to bust through the defence of Naomh Padraig. Ryan Bradley on the left foot, drops one over the bar, and that's the perfect response. Have another go here now. Here he comes on the right boots. That one's kicked high, and this one has the Ewan Mullen here and gets past Ewan Mullen. Powerful running, a big stride of McGonigal outside of the right boot, and McGonigal splits the post. Going back, McIntyre's going to send it up the channel. That's good kick, and looking for Keelan McColgan, who turns to the right boot.
It's an absolutely top drawer. Naomh Padraig have turned over the ball here from the kick out, and maybe a goal opportunity.
Yeah, possible goal opportunity. McColgan's going for a score, and it's over the bar with Bundoran and Malin. Buncrana are looking to get the 4 points for the win today. Keelan McGonigal has just thumped this Toy. Here's Hurl. Hurl just inside the arc looking for a score. Is it off to Mulholland? Mulholland's going to pop that one forward. Chance of another score here. This is Billy Duffy on this occasion. And Billy Duffy's got one for the Hums. John Campbell ahead of the defence. Campbell lays it off to Mulholland. He stepped on to the right boot here. That one's going to drop over the bar. And a game as we enter the closing 3 minutes. Here comes McKean. 2 steps. And that one's going to drop over the bar. P. McKenna. McColgan steps inside the arc. He's going to feed it now to Ewan Mullen, who's able to shrug off a challenge. Mullen looking to put it over to send it out to Billy Duffy. Duffy now lays it back to Mulholland. Mulholland wants a second score here. And Mulholland is able to drop that one over the... Looking for Toy. Toy dropped it. But Keelan McColgan has it. And Keelan McColgan's knocked it over the bar one of the Scarvey. There he comes on the right boot. That one's high. And going by the reaction of the crowd on the far side, it's another 2-pointer. The side is McCallion. Instead, he's held it straight down the middle to Toy. Toy's going to lay it off to Cormac McColgan, who steps onto the left boot. And that's here will McLaughlin get to it. McLaughlin has his hands on it, looking to shrug off the couple of players. The centre half forward. Here comes Johnny Toy. They're going to tie it up at 12 points apiece. One's going to curl and drop.
Goals, and he's gone on the full forward line there at the minute.
Keelan McGonigal just shrugging off the challenge, looking for a 2-pointer here. That one's a score here. Jimmy McColgan's coming into the game as well for Naomh Padraig. Toy gets a 13th point there now. It's a runner off the left. He's continued his own run. He just drops that one forward to Toy. Back it comes now to McIntyre. Gives the return to Toy. What can Toy do here? Oh, he's nestled it into the back of the net, and a super score by Johnny's side. And he's skipped through a couple of challenges. Powerful running by him. He lays it out to the right hand side. Oh, an overhead kick by...
At Michael Murphy Sports and Leisure, we cater for everyone, from top sporting athletes to relaxed casual sporting individuals and everyone in between. We also provide a large range of teamwear services and cater for schools and clubs. Orders can be customised to your specification to suit your individual needs. From clothing to equipment, we've got you covered.